Is it? I
Is
don't
it?
know.
Is
What
she, or is
about?
she doing pure country? Yeah,
I
I
haven't
thought.
seen anything popular, so I wouldn't know.
I mean, you were going to ask me a different question.
I have. I think I've
What
got other
what
questions as
what
well.
what 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 kind of music would I erase from
Oh,
the?
for music, yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Let me erase country music. I don't care for that one bit.
I want somebody to prove to me that like there's something in country. I really struggle. I really
Look,
struggle.
there's exception to every rule.
Mm, mm.
Uh, Give me The Gambler by what's his face? You got to know when to fold and know when to
No,
ride away, know
no,
when to
sorry.
run. There of course there's good country songs, but as a genre, man,
It's not
I'm
your
so
cup of tea.
upset. And that's even like you have these like everything, if, according to me, music wise, was better in the 70s. Country was better in the 70s. The shit they do now with country, oh my god, I can't fucking listen to the radio anymore. It's like this kind of modern pop country shit that is so like the thing with country. I always thought it was so bland, like or like that. I was always listening to it and I thought they realize how cringy they are, right? Like it's so, yeah. I guess this southern uh, American cliche. It's so cliche
There you go.
that it's like they're making a parody of themselves, but they
Yeah.
are not realizing it.
Mm. And I think that's the weird thing about country for me as well. Is like number one, I find that there's a lot of like most of the songs are so similar. They sound so
Yeah,
similar. The structures are similar. Like everything's similar. And I have heard things out there where I just go, oh wow, like they're really amazing musicians. Or I've heard one or two country songs where I've just gone, that guy can sing, or that girl can sing. Like so I can appreciate the music within it, kind of. But I do struggle with the constantly the same sounding stuff all the time. And just like you said, it is maybe it's because of that southern like I don't know, like that American sort of Republican vibes that there's so many
look,
people that love music from that area of the world, right? It means that their political stances and what they care about and the way they look at the world is just so inherently plastered all over their music. And so I think that
yeah,
that could be the
yeah,
other way, the reason that it comes across to you a little bit that way too, is that it's like the messaging is going to be the messaging that they believe in and think about, and that becomes a little bit.
and maybe the other part of this spectrum is like the ivory tower that Prague is sitting on, like it's a little bit like this is the educated, yeah, exactly, because I mean that's also the critique you have, like
Yeah,
uh,
yeah.
this is not something to dance to. This is you know you have to experience with you have to know your music theory to enjoy this. This is
My
not for
my
for
best
for,
friend in the
for
world,
the
my
farmers.
my best friend in the world, she's wonderful, but she gives me a lot of grief about my sort of progressive wanderings. Like,
Yeah.
she thinks it's great. She wants to support me as a friend, all of these things, but she just goes, "Come on, like, get over yourself." And I'm like, "I bet I'm not like this." And she's like, "Yeah, but it just there's this vibe." Where it is,
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
oh, it has to be prog to be good. And so, yeah, I totally hear you. And I don't
yeah,
actually believe that it needs to be prog to be good neither. And that's a good point too. So
yeah,
here's a question that I didn't
totally.
prepare, just to jump off on a tangent. Do you
Mm.
like what's better, simplicity in music or complexity in music?
Hmm. Look, my opinion basically is that you have like it's like being an artist, right? It's You can have a very simple painting with just a couple of lines, and it's nice, But if you're going to make a living as an artist, as a painter, it's kind of good if you went to art school and had an array of techniques that you could apply to your paintings. Sometimes it's simple, but if you only know three chords, I think that after two albums, maybe you be able to express everything that if you have a bigger palette, you can paint more paintings.
So I think that to me is the sort of the crux of the point. But I think that usually when it comes to music, it's the simplicity that I tend to love the most. And so I think it's the simplest moments, the single tune, the single guitar, the single like whatever it is that I just absolutely love. And so it's a really weird thing for me in that I want
So
complexity.
why do you not listen to grunge?
But that's the thing is like I don't like necessarily repetitive.
No, no, exactly.
Yeah, and so I think this is where for me it's for me I don't mind simplicity, but I don't want repetitive necessarily all the time.
But then you need more tools in your toolbox to not repeat yourself.
Yeah, maybe, and I think that's where.
Otherwise, every painting will be a banana and an orange, like
But if you
always the
do a
same
banana and an
still
orange
life.
really well,
Yeah,
it sounds like I've just lost your audio there, Simon.
blah 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 blah
You're
blah blah.
back.
No,
There,
yeah,
you're
I'm
back
back.
now.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I'm AC/DC. I'm having a still life that I painted of a banana and an orange. And here's the next one. And here's the next one. They just keep getting better. It's always a banana and an orange still life. You know? The, yeah.
So I think life's about balance for me. Like sometimes I want complexity and sometimes I want simplicity, but I think there's an extreme for both that I just don't like. And so where
You know, if
music
yeah,
where
sorry.
it's all right. Where prog loses me is where they insert too many notes, and it seems like there's just too much going on, and I don't find that it's musical anymore. It's just like it's like the crazy ass solos and stuff you sometimes hear as well. I just go, it just sounds like you're meandering all over the place, and you're missing what is a tune. And so I want
Mhm.
it's still somewhere in the scape of like things harmonizing together, as opposed to like contrasting and smashing heads and having just too
To be
much
honest,
going on.
I think we're all want that in one way or another, but maybe draw the line a bit differently. And sometimes chaos can also be something, yeah, of course, sometimes it's also, look what I can do. And then, oh, wow, you
Yeah.
can do that. Yeah. But I mean, that's of course, you cannot base everything on that. But uh, if I wanted to compare um, Prague to art, I would say that it's um, it is like like Salvador Dali, what do you call it, expressionism, or not even expressionism, surrealism.
Oh yeah.
Like
Yep.
it's weird, but it's still very competent, you know. So it takes a lot of skill to paint whatever Salvador Dali was painting, but it also takes a little bit of a fucked up mind with a lot of imagination,
To truly
you know.
appreciate it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I think that's like the if you then would compare, if you have a still life, once again, that would maybe be classical music, right? It's like, okay, you know what you're getting here. It's
Yeah.
very, very nicely, have, but and it can be beautiful, but it's not so weird always. And
Yeah.
that's what I kind of like. And then of course you have the art rock that is just weird, that is maybe expressionism, but
What do you think
yeah.
the weirdest album or you've ever listened to is in terms of like the wackiest and craziest that you love and enjoy?
That I enjoy. Yeah, good one. I have to think about that. What is the wackiest stuff that I actually enjoy? Hmm. what is maybe I would say like Colmus.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
that's pretty
Yeah,
weird, right?
yeah, I turned it off. I had a friend of mine that I was,
Yeah,
yeah, and I
I
started
can see
listening to
why.
it, and I was just like,
Yeah,
yeah, thematically, I don't like this. Um,
yeah, yeah.
but yeah, okay, that's probably a good.
And I mean, lots of King Crimson stuff as well. It's also fucking weird. Yeah.
I think something that's a little bit more recent. I really, really enjoyed the album Jiminy by Bear Ghost. They call themselves adventure rock, um, but
Cool name. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but definitely check that out. Like it's on my Instagram thing. You can I've got a little snippet review on it. But that was an album that to
Yeah.
me was like, what the hell is this? And I just loved it. It was so much fun. But it did take me a little bit to just wrap my head around it. But yeah, definitely check that out. If you like a little bit of crazy, fun, silly kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So beforehand,
Um,
and this is a big thing, when we talked about what genre you would like erased from the world, I didn't mention mine was ska music.
oh, really? Okay. I
Yeah,
don't mind it.
I really struggle with ska. I just don't like trumpets, I think. In like
Oh, yeah?
I
You
just
don't
don't
like horns or just
not
trumpets?
I don't know, I don't mind a saxophone and I don't mind it sometimes in little places. Like I think I referred oh, what was it? There was something that I referred to you, which was that which had some horn stuff in it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So sometimes, but I just can't stand, like the Cat Empire, for example. Do 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 do. That? No. Oh God, I can't
That sounded
stand.
like Average White Band or something. Uh,
Mm. But anyway, so that's the genre that I would say is not so that I wouldn't mind if they just got rid of it completely. But okay, so back to I guess did we finish that question? I guess so. We did the crazy stuff. Oh, I've got
you
a
know, can I just rant one last thing about country music?
yeah, go for it.
Like like we say, like it's like they parodize themselves without realizing that they parodize themselves. South Park, if they
Okay.
make a country song, like, do you remember when they built a ladder to heaven? 9/11, 9/11, ladder to heaven, something like that. That's exactly how it sounds like. It's the same lyrics, like it doesn't get better in real life than on South Park, I think.
They do some
Um,
things that are
okay,
pretty. They're smart dudes, I think those two. Um,
yeah, I love it.
o- okay, let's have a look here. Um,